Hello and welcome back to my channel. Did you know that you can get natural fibres for free or almost free? Whether you're into natural dyeing or sewing or just want to live a more sustainable life, today I'm going to share my secrets about how to find linen, wool, silk and cotton for almost nothing. And stick around till the end because I'll share a place that you wouldn't think to look where you can find some natural fibres. Tip number 1 is to start with what you already own. Before you even think about buying new fabric, check your closets and cupboards and drawers for hidden treasures. So check your closet for clothes that you no longer wear. Before you get rid of them, check the labels and see if there are any natural fibres lurking in there. I found a couple of linen pieces when I was sorting out my closet. Check your linen closet for things like old bed sheets, pillowcases, duvet covers, all in natural fibres. You might be surprised what you'll find. I also checked my kitchen drawers and I got some tea towels, some like dishcloths, some coasters, lots of different things that are in natural fibres that have potential for doing new projects on. Wool sweaters are a perfect thing to use for your projects. You can dye them, you can cut them, you can sew them. You can actually just fix them and put some visible mending on them to make them look brand new and interesting. So first of all, I always touch the fabrics that I'm going to get rid of and think, is there anything there that's wool, cotton, linen or silk? And then I check the labels. What you're looking for is 100% natural fibres. Anything that's made of polyester or nylon is not suitable for dyeing, so just leave those ones behind. If any of your clothing has stains or holes, don't toss it away. Make sure that you keep it. You can either over dye it, you can sashiko stitch on top, you can patch it. There's so many things you can do to make things that are destined for the rubbish look absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget, when you're clearing out your closet, you can also ask friends and family if they have anything in natural fibres that they'd like to get rid of too. Tip number 2 is search at thrift stores, second-hand shops and also flea markets. I recently went to the one in Yoyogi Park and managed to get lots of really cool wool sweaters, some cotton shirts, lots of different pieces, and it was very, very cheap. These days when I go to a thrift shop, I'm not looking for something in the style that I like. I'm looking for the materials that I need. I can always adapt different garments for my needs, or I can just cut them up and use them as different swatches. So what you're looking for in the thrift shops and second-hand shops and flea markets are things like linen shirts and dresses, linen trousers, cotton tablecloths or large pieces of cotton. I always make sure that I buy something that's kind of a neutral colour, something that's white or cream or grey, so that I can over dye it quite successfully. Also look out for wool sweaters, wool coats, as well as wool and cotton blankets because they are perfect for dyeing. Silk scarves or shirts are also perfect for dyeing. Silk is the easiest thing for natural dye to adhere to, and they're usually very cheap at these places as well. Don't forget while you're in the thrift shop to check and see if they have a craft corner, because quite often people get rid of 100% wool yarn or cotton yarn or even silk mix yarn. So make sure you're checking there and look for embroidery threads that you might be able to dye. So I've got a couple of hacks for the thrift store. Make sure that you're checking to see when the discount days are happening. Maybe there's a special sale on a certain colour of label that day. Sometimes thrift stores do bundles or bags of rags and different items. You can pick up something really cheaply that way. Also, if you find something that does have damage to it, like a hole or a stain or a tear, then ask for a discount. Number 3 is free or cheap marketplaces that are online. So things like Facebook Marketplace, maybe you've got a local free cycle group. People are always giving away clothing, fabrics, yarn, all sorts of craft materials that you can use for natural dyeing and other projects. Number 4 is searching for dead stock fabrics and also scrap fabrics. So if you befriend your local tailor, maybe you can find some scraps from them. Clothing designers, anybody who uses fabric in their work and has offcuts might be willing to give you a bag of scraps. Upholstery shops also have lots of extra fibres hanging around. You never know, you might find some wool or linen or cotton there. The secret is to make relationships with people, so when they want to get rid of something, you're the first port of call. In different cities, I've seen popping up scrap shops, and these are the shops that sell any excess materials that people don't need anymore, or manufacturing offcuts. Quite often they have dead stock fabrics and yarns and ribbons in these places. So find your local one and shop away. Number 5 is one of my favourite ones. So I recommend going to clothing swaps. I go to the Tokyo Style Swap, which is organised by Sarah Furuya Coaching. And I usually sell my jewellery there because my jewellery is a sustainable brand and the clothes swap is a very sustainable activity. So how it works is we go in and we donate any clothes that we don't need anymore, and we take what we want. At the most recent Style Swap, I did a little chat and I asked all the participants, if you find anything that's in a natural fibre like cotton, linen, silk or wool, please come and show me and I might take it home and do some dyeing on it. I was quite inundated. I had so many pieces all in my dye cupboard and I'm getting ready to use them this week. So where do you find these swaps? Well, you can search on Facebook for events that are popping up. You can go to your local town hall or community centre. Quite often they happen in libraries as well. Usually the swaps happen once or twice a year because of the seasons. So make sure that you're on someone's list so that you know when the next ones are coming up. None in your area? No problem. Why don't you set your own one up? So as promised, you have stuck around till the end. I do have a bonus tip. This is something that's not that easy to find in a major city, but you never know until you ask. Some farmers may have shearing season leftovers of their wool, or you might be able to get some cheap or free wool from other people who do spinning and weaving. The secret is to make some relationships with people who are interested in the things that you're interested in. Stay on their radar and things will start to flow your way. There are so many surprising sources for natural fibres, and I'm just encouraging you to think out of the box. It's not just about clothing and fabric, but also about other things. I thought I'd show you some of the things that I've got recently for free or cheap. Things I found in my house, I found in my closet, also things from the clothes swap. I'm actually wearing something from the clothes swap right now. So I love clothes swaps. So here's one of the things that I got. This was from a flea market. It was 100 yen, just a regular cotton t-shirt, Uniqlo I think, 100 yen, pale pink, so I can do something a little bit bolder on top. Also a 100% wool sweater. This is a good brand, it's Lowry's, but unfortunately somebody has felted it, so it's completely kind of ruined, but I thought I might be able to make some good hats or scarves out of this if I dye it and cut them up and sew them, cut up the pieces and sew them together to make hats or bags, anything, whatever you like. I found this pashmina, cashmere and silk pashmina at a thrift store in Shimokitazawa for about 800 yen, which is super cheap. And this I think will be so nice if I could do some shibori techniques and do some indigo on it. So I'm planning what to do with that. This is something that I made years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe more. And it used to be a slouchy infinity scarf, but it's just stretched out a bit too much now. So I think it's time to unravel my crochet and start again and make a new thing out of it. I'm so sorry, scarf, but you're destined for the scrap heap. But I really like it. It's super nice quality wool. So I'm hoping that I can get a nice colour on this creamy scarf. I also got this scarf. This was 525 yen from a thrift shop in Shimokitazawa. Maybe a bit too fluffy for me personally. It'll make my nose itch. But it is it's natural fibres. I think it might even be hand woven. It's really nice. It's like a mohair or something. It's new with tags. With vintage tags on. Okay, I've also got a blanket, a cotton blanket that someone gave me. That is going to be cut up and made into something lovely. What else do I have in my bag? Things from my own closet. I found a shirt, which I think will be good for indigo. I know there's a big bag of stuff. I've got lots of kimono in here. I found a linen smock in my closet, which also will be good for indigo. I found so many things. There's bed sheets in here. There's another linen top with cotton. So nice. And there's bits of wool, 100% cotton, and some kimono pieces in here, all ready for the dye pot. I can't wait to get cracking on some more projects. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you found today's video useful and that you're going to dive into some natural dyeing really soon. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to hear more about natural dyeing, gel printing, thrifting, and life as a creative in Japan. See you next time.